Viewers, you are welcome to Edu Spotlight. And on Edu Spotlight, what we do basically is to highlight change makers across the globe. And today we are talking to an important personality. He's a versatile person. We will allow him to introduce himself and he's going to tell us more about himself. But this is a young man who is poised for change, a young man who is doing a lot of things in his own country, Ghana, to help promote youth empowerment, and also he believes in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Today we are with Daniel, and he's going to start off by introducing himself and letting us know a little bit about his background. So Daniel, you are very welcome. We are glad to have you on Edu Spotlight.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so we want to understand a little bit about your story. You know, stories really matter. They tell where we come from, they show our values, they show our passion, they show a lot of things about us. So can you take us a little bit back about your background? Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Daniel Tworfile. Yeah, that's my name. And also known as Dr.H20 because of the work I do, because of the motivation and inspiration I give to young people in Ghana here. When you come to Ghana, I'm from the western part of Ghana, that's like in Takoradi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to a Bachelor of Science, and I'm level 200 now. So that is the bit I say about Daniel Tworfile, a young Ghanaian pure who have been encouraging youth on the street, who have been pursuing his program and also using that opportunity to talk to many youth and transform lives on the street and also in classes everywhere in Ghana.
That is interesting. Did you mention that you're from the western part of Ghana?
Yes, please.
Okay, where specifically, if you could help us with that?
Secondly, Takoradi. That's where
Okay,
I've spent most of my life.
all right. So you are a
Yes,
tardy person. Do you speak some fancy?
yes, please. Yes, please. I speak some small fancy. Right?
Okay,
I
okay.
speak some small fancy.
That's
Yes, please.
great. And you mentioned you are a student at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, in your, is it second year
Yes, please. I'm in my second year pursuing BSc physics.
in physics? Okay, great. That's quite interesting. You are set out for STEM empowerment, all of that. So we want to understand, what would you say is your passion? Like that thing that really moves you at this point in your lives. You think about it every single morning and you're like, guys, if I'm not able to do something about this, I can't live. Like it is something that is on your heart every single morning.
Okay, first of all, let me start with my main passion. My main passion behind everything that I'm doing, or my motivation behind everything I'm doing. Why Daniel is not giving up? Why Daniel is still struggling to help the youth on the street? Why Daniel is still motivating people across Ghana? Why Daniel is still praying that the youth of Ghana will get something small to? So this is one major passion that I have. You see, poverty and also struggling on the street. I've been on the street years, and I know the consequences on the street. And
Mm-hmm.
also, one thing that I came to realize is that when I started this business of helping myself, being independent, right, being independent, I realized that man can help him or herself when you try or when you determine to do something.
Mm.
So the only thing I want them to know is the nation,
Oh,
the
okay.
I can do spirit,
Mm.
the winning mentality. We have many people, many youths. I'm emphasizing on the youth because there are people that I want them to change. I
Mm-hmm.
want the change to find them on the street.
Mm-hmm.
One mentality they have is that they believe is someone who can, yes, it's really true. But before someone will come to your aid and find you a support or give you a support, you
Mm-hmm.
must be the first person in the right place. Because
Mm.
in physics, we state something that speed and time
Mm.
is direction dependent.
Mm.
when you have the direction, speed is allowed.
Mm.
When you have the direction, speed is allowed. When you
Wow.
know where you are going, speed is allowed.
Mm.
So I want to check this mentality. They should find something small doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to prove to them this is where Daniel started
Mm.
on the street, and this is where Daniel is going to, and this is where Daniel is getting to.
Mm.
So the youth of Ghana or and Ghana and the world as a whole, let's put together this mentality called the winning mentality.
Mm. Mm.
The winning mentality, and
Wow.
also the determined mind that
Mm.
I can do it, that I can do spirit. Let's
Wow.
come together and embrace entrepreneurship. My definition for entrepreneurship is to find problems and give solution to them.
Okay.
So that's what I want the youth of Ghana to do. That's one of my major passion or my major priority. To let others know that they can do what they want to be.
Wow.
Let others believe in themselves. The winning
Wow.
mentality. If
Wow.
you want to
So,
be an
uh-huh. Yeah, go
yeah,
on,
yeah, please,
Daniel. Go on.
yeah. If you want to be a medical doctor, you don't sit down and wait for someone to come hold your hand and take you there. No, you are
Mm-hmm.
the very person who can help yourself, because the
Mm.
Bible even says that heaven help those who help themselves. So
Mm.
the only one thing that I want people to know is that I can do it.
Mm.
Don't
Mm.
discourage yourself, no matter your disability or no matter your problems that you are facing, the problems that you are facing. Just determine and have the winning mentality that I can do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
And
is interesting. So you mentioned a determined mind and the can-do spirit. Can you tell us where did this thing come from? I know you are from Tadi and you are studying physics, but I know Tadi and physics may not necessarily or may have something to do with the development of this determined mindset and can-do spirit. Where did this actually come from?
okay, when we were young, we're all dreaming about our future.
Mm-hmm.
And as I stated earlier, I said time and speed is direction behind,
Okay.
right? So it left with you as an individual who wants to achieve something,
Mm-hmm.
to get to get the direction, and the direction is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the direction, no matter how you applied your what do you call it, your accelerator, you are not going to speed up. You are going to mess up or lose your way at the end of your race.
Mm-hmm.
So what inspired me most is I dream about where I want to get to.
Mm.
Though I'm coming from second background, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this is where Daniel want to be in future.
Mm.
And
Mm.
there were obstacles and problems and challenges facing the community, facing
Wow.
the family. But because the mind was determined
Mm-hmm.
and the I can move forward was there, the winning mentality was there. Sometimes you can force life to work.
Mm.
Sometimes you can force life to work.
So,
So I
yeah.
determined.
Sorry, go
So
on.
I
Go on.
was determined.
Okay. Sounds great. So now we are moving on to the next question, Daniel. We want to know how you have channeled, this whole passion that you've had into problem solving. And which SGD, which sustainable development goals really aligns with what you are doing.
I think it's when you come to the United Nations development goals. I think it's the first one that
Okay, the no
everyone will
poverty,
be free
right?
from poverty.
Okay.
Yeah, like the no poverty. Yeah, because if you look at those people who are making it in the economic sector right now, when you come to the world as it is concerned right now, they all started where they are starting from.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they all started from their drainage, they all started from a poor background. 100, let me say 99% of them, and they are now making it. I believe in these statements in the Bible. If you believe that you make it, and you believe that you are poor, definitely you are going to be poor.
Mm, mm. So now we also want to understand because if you are solving problem, you may have to start from somewhere. So what would you say is the major problem that as you thought about the no poverty, which is the UN Sustainable Development Goal, one of the goals, what the problem that you are currently solving?
So when you come to secondary Takra Day
Mm-hmm.
in 2023, I launched the Dr.H20 campus tour, where
Mm-hmm.
I go to campuses, SHS by SHS, and I was able to cover about 11 SHS in the Western region and
Impressive.
3 SHS in the Western North,
Mm-hmm.
which is Sahibodi Senior High School and one SHS Inchi, which is Nanadu Senior High School and Adia Senior High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I launched this tour just to go there, speak to the people, have a winning mentality. And I believe if you possess this mentality, definitely you are going to be rich.
Mm.
Because definitely you are going to work towards your goal.
Mm.
And no one wants his or her future to be like miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants a brighter future.
Oh,
So
great.
far as you get that winning mentality and you are determined, I believe that no matter the challenges and the consequences that may come your way, you will
Mm-hmm.
still work harder to achieve that.
Mm.
So, talking about no poverty, this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the best ways that we can teach people. You can give someone like billions of dollars, but
Mm.
if the person lacks this mentality, the person will still struggle.
Mm.
There's
Mm.
the, this is the first time in the Bible we use one word for which cannot be used. A rich fool. A
Mm.
rich fool. You know that foolishness does not produce riches.
Yeah.
It's what do you call it? And also having wisdom that produce what do you call it? Riches. But the
Great.
Bible use a rich fool for someone.
Mm-hmm.
You can give someone money, but the person can still progress, can still make changes, can still empower the youth. But
Wow.
so far as the person have the winning mentality, I believe the person will try his or her possible best to work towards riches. So I was
Wow.
able to cover 13 schools, 11 from the Western region, and three from the what do you call the Western North of Ghana.
Wow.
And the
This.
tour is about to tell them
Uh-huh.
what to have or to educate the people over there on having the the what do you call it, the can-do spirit, be
Mm-hmm.
determined, and also the winning mentality. And the
Wow.
second phase of that campus tour will be coming on hopefully next month in the
Next
Ashanti region
month.
of Ghana.
Great.
Yes, please. And I'm
And do
expecting
you
to
have
cover
some
about 20.
schools that you are looking at to hit those schools?
Yes, please. Yes, please. As I speak now, I've sent a letter to what do you call it? Great Minds
Mm-hmm.
International School. The
Mm-hmm.
proprietor being Nkansah Lilwin.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This is interesting. So one thing that I see so much about your passion and the things you are doing is that you have the youth at heart, the young people. As you said that you are planning to go to Great Minds,
Exactly.
which is Kwadwo Nkansah Lewin School. Why do you, I know this may be an obvious question, or it might have an obvious answer, but why do you target the young people in general? Why young people?
And the only thing that is unknown is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. So if you have anything, if you have any preparation, you have to prepare for tomorrow.
Okay, so
You don't
according,
prepare for today. You
mm,
prepare for tomorrow.
so the young
Yes,
people are
please.
now about to step into that place of leadership, that place of their dreams. So they need a lot of preparation.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yes, please.
Now I understand. So now I know going on school tours, talking to people, and all of that, it may not be as easy as people may think. So, what are some of the challenges that often come up?
Yes,
And
please.
how, as a leader, as a youth empowerment advocate, how have you risen above those challenges? Because I know that in your sermons, you would encourage some of these students to also rise above challenges. And it only is fair if you have yourself risen above some challenges so that you can use that as a way of motivating.
Okay, as I speak now, there's one challenge I'm still facing ever
Mm-hmm.
since I started. I've been trying my possible best to overcome it. Is the mindset of people. So I'll talk
Okay.
about going, how I really used to go to the schools. But then let me talk about this one first. You see, talking to this large number of people, sometimes I encourage them,
Mm-hmm.
start your own business, get something small doing, innovate something. think about what you can do to change the people around you or
Mm-hmm.
for the benefits of the people around you. And I believe in this one that you can start a business with zero cities.
Mm.
You can start a business with zero cities. But at the end of the day, motivating someone, they will be motivated, inspired. They will call you at the end of the day, demanding capital. I'm talking
Mm.
about capital. Me, when I talk about capital, I have three types of capital.
Okay.
One is your mindset,
Mm-hmm.
two is you yourself, and three is money. So
Mm.
they'll be talking about money. Oh, doctor, I need this to start my business. I want to do this. I need this amount. I want to do this. Can you support me with this amount?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are the only person, you are the same person who inspired them to get something
So
small
you have
below,
to
right?
give them some money.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure. Who you have to give them some money to start. Sometimes I have people that have been teaching graphic designing. They will
Okay.
come to my aid, please. I don't have. How can I start? Okay, I'm a graphic designer myself for that one. I have about 20 students that I'm teaching graphic design. You can start with zero cities. This is the only thing that I'm finding difficult for others to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 80% of them to believe that you can start a business with zero cities. So at the end of the day, they'll be inspired, motivated, wanted to do something for themselves. Others can even discover their talents immediately after the summit,
Mm-hmm.
immediately after the motivation. Others
Mm-hmm.
can discover, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can see I have interest in this. But then, how do I start?
Mm.
I want money to start.
Mm.
And that's where they'll be reaching out to get money
Mm.
to start. So I now start on this to extend my hand to other people, other enterprises who want to get their hands in this journey to support. So that we have others, they'll bring their ideas. It's very good if you get money for this person to start this business.
Mm-hmm.
He or she is going to be a businessman tomorrow. He's going to
Yeah.
make changes tomorrow because they have the mindset. You have
Mm.
motivated them. You have
Mm.
driven their mind for a winning mentality.
Wow.
Mhm. And yeah, and have
Mm.
people, this guy, when it comes to KMST, is called Shoe Doctor. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Shoe Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy is working harder here. I have many people around Ghana, many youth who started with zero cities. And when they call me, oh, Danny, I started with zero cities, as you said. I didn't like start with any capital, but I'm making profit. I start very small, and now
Mm.
I can see the business is developing. But
Mm.
others too don't believe in this statement. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is one of the challenge. I wish everybody can believe in what I'm saying. It started with zero cities because I started zero cities, and look at where God is taking me to.
Wow.
Yes, I wish
Wow.
everyone can believe in this statement. But then this is one of the challenges. Sometimes I think is it secondary Takrade, the schools are closer to each other
Mm-hmm.
when you go to secondary Takrade. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my hometown. So I
Mm-hmm.
know every corner in secondary Takrade.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say from St. Mary's Boys to secondary college, it's just a 30 minutes walk. I mean, if you take Toto here in Ghana, it's like 3
Mm-hmm.
to 50 pesos. From St. Mary's Boys to Impohor Senior High School, let's say it's 5 cities journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, as for secondary, I didn't face any challenge like that. But this is
Okay.
the way I want to go to Nkansah School, which is
Mm-hmm.
very far from where we are at school,
Mm-hmm.
right? And sometimes when I go to, I teach people innovations, teach them how to program. I'm a programmer myself. I teach people how to
Wow.
program traffic lights. Going to Nkansah School.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the what do you call it? The expenses it's talking like 200
Mm.
I have to go there.
Mm-hmm.
There are people over there
Mm-hmm.
who need me. There are people
Mm.
over there I am expecting to motivate. There are people over there who want something, just a sentence, just a statement for me to make a change in their
Mm.
life,
Mm.
right? So I have no sponsorship. So from Kodunk, I think the last time he gave me a letter that if I can come, but I was not prepared. That letter came very it was out of the blue. When the letter came, I was not prepared. So
Mm.
I rescheduled the date because I'm still trying to get all these things before I will go there.
Wow.
Right. So this is one of the challenges. Trying to go to a school which is far where I live right now. The
Yeah.
transportation and other stuff.
Transportation, money, funding, right? Thanks for letting us have more insight
Yeah.
into that. And I'm very hopeful. Since you said it's next month that you are going, I'm very hopeful that before next month, before you are ready to set out on the journey, we would have a lot of sponsors come together to make this happen because it's a good cause that you are pursuing. And I also want to assure you that Electricity, my foundation is with you. We are going to keep on like following you with this whole journey you're embarking on, and every support that you need we are also going to commit. Then we support your journey because it is one that we believe in, and we understand that young people are the future. And since young people are the future, every opportunity that we can get to inspire them, to invest in them, Electricity is so much bent on that, and we are readily available to do that. So let's time that what was the first time that the video surfaced online, and how did the reaction come? Like, what were some of the reactions that you were getting when your video first hit online? Let's start off with people around you.
The reaction that came was everyone was reaching out to me to find out why this dressing, as you are also asking. That was the reaction. People were reaching out to me. Why? How? Why do you dress like this? Why? So as I was saying, it all started in Safibodi when I was coming from a church. I closed from a church coming, and there was a football match going on. So the coach approached me like to give the team some water because I was known over there as a pure water seller.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to change and coming back, I'm going to spend a lot of time. So I decided to serve them with that dress. And when I was coming from church, and I was in my suit, gently in my suit. So I decided to serve them like with that. So immediately I carried the water. The
Uh-huh.
enthusiasm around me was different from when I started selling normally.
Okay.
Yeah, the enthusiasm was very different. So
So I want to understand.
yes,
You
so
were
that's
coming
why.
from
And
church.
also,
Uh-huh. Yeah, you were coming from church and you didn't want to even go back home. You wanted to serve the people, right? Yeah, and
yes,
when
please.
you did it the first time, what made you take it to the next level? It's a little bit interesting, that part. Is it a feedback you got, or it was a
Yes, please.
personal resolution that, hey, I think this is gonna work?
No, it's because of the number of bars sold that day as compared to my
Okay.
previous market.
Hmm.
Yes,
You
please.
sold a lot.
So I was like, what made that day? Yes, please. So I was like, what made that day very strange as compared to other
Hmm.
days?
Hmm.
What is different? Yeah, what's the difference in that day? And the difference was like the dressing. So I decided to go with the dressing anytime that I go out.
Wow, wow. I honestly, when I saw your video online, and I think there was one that you were at, is it a sports stadium? I'm trying to get the
Yes, please.
background very well. Was it Kumasi or Takrad? Which sports stadium was that?
Yeah, it's Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium.
Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Oh, okay. Yeah, that video hit online and I saw it and my heart was melted, Daniel.
Thank you
Yeah.
very, very much.
Yeah. So now, yeah, the name is official, Dr. H20.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's the brand. So now going forward, what is your hope for the future? I know a lot of things are happening in the world, and when we mention the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which is the no poverty that you chose, by 2030, according to the strategic plan of the United Nations, most of the goals should have been achieved, or we should have gotten to a level where we can say that we are making some progress. What are your hopes for the future as far as no poverty is concerned? Do you think things are going to get better, or how the situation looks on grounds? You are not very convinced.
Yes, when I went to the United Nations Sustainable Goals, I think if these goals can be achieved in 2030, as you said, it all depends on the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to become rich and I decided not to be rich, there's no way you can make me
Yeah.
rich.
Mm.
Yes, please. So I really believe that the future is going to be bright.
Mm.
I really believe the young people who are coming are now taking what do you call it, the mindset of winning.
Mm-hmm.
They are determined to achieve their goals rather than being wayward and duping people for money on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And all the goals are going to achieve
Mm.
even
Mm.
before the date that you
Mm.
a year because I, the youth are having this mindset. We are trying our possible best so that they get this winning mentality. And so far as this winning mentality is achieved, it's everyone's mind. They're going to achieve all this. I think um, let me see, it's one of the major goals that I've come across. When I went to them, I was like, wow, this is very, very beautiful. So, and the only thing you can do to achieve all these goals is to
Mm-hmm.
have the winning mentality, to have the
Great.
mind that even before 2030,
Mm-hmm.
we have to experience a change.
Mm. Mm.
There
Mm.
must be a synthesis among us, yes, please. So I really believe there's going to be a change in future.
Great. You mentioned you are taking a bachelor's in physics. I know physics is not on the ground at all. It's something that demands a lot of
Yes,
studies and
please.
all of that. How are you combining studies, which is physics, and your tours and your, empowerment thing?
The youth have been asking me, and I wanted to be an example to set, to be as an example to others.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be my life, everything about me, like to get people inspired, motivated at the end of the day.
Mm.
So what I do is that it's not every day that I go to my yeah, I have my timetable, my personal timetable, my
Mm-hmm.
schedules for the day, and
Mm-hmm.
I have my school timetable too. So I
Mm-hmm.
try my possible best not to mingle the two.
Okay.
Yeah. So before you can combine two things together, or before as a young person who wants to be an entrepreneur or who want to be an innovation or an inspiration to others, try your possible best to obey the law of time.
Mm.
Get the direction first
Mm.
and get your time, and speed is allowed.
Wow.
Yes, please. If you have your direction and you obey the law of time, speed is allowed. So I try my possible best to obey the time. So I've never missed a class
Wow.
in my life. When I started school, I've never missed a class. Maybe
Wow.
if the class is canceled, whether tutorials or something, I'm there. But when it comes to my business, to have my personal timetable for that one. So today, let's say I'll go to this school maybe
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, and I have to come back because the tomorrow, what do you call it? That my next timetable, I may have a class somewhere. So I have to come back that particular day so that I won't miss the class. And when it comes to studies, to sitting down to learn, I use the night. When it comes to the night, I use the night, starting from 10 p.m. to somewhere 3 a.m. That's where I used to do my research and other things about
Wow.
the program that I do. So as you rightly mentioned, physics is not on the ground, but still, if you have the determined mind,
Mm-hmm.
obey the laws, as I mentioned, you can combine the two.
Wow, this is interesting. I'm glad you are bringing in this perspective. And you mentioned you spend time on your research. I know as a physics student, you may have something in mind that you may want to do with your bachelor's in physics. What actually is the goal? I know you have chosen a path which is entrepreneurship and physics. What do you seek to do with your research, or have you started something?
Said many doctors spend most of the time conducting a research or an experiment to determine or to find out the disease or something what is wrong in someone's body before they give a medication or
Mm-hmm.
they conduct a medication, and that causes most of the patients to die prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying my possible best to bring AI as AI is concerned
Mm-hmm.
to the medical field so that we can use a machine, develop a machine that can easily detect a
Mm.
disease and what do you call it, diagnosis a patient, or that can determine a temperature. So why not a machine that can determine the disease, the
Mm.
particular disease and the particular spot, and even find out what is wrong with the patient so that we can
Mm.
conduct immediate solution to that.
Wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
this is the idea, yes, please.
Wow. And
And
when
also
mhm.
currently working Currently, I'm developing a machine that can determine the direction, which is time dependent. What do you call it? Speed and time, which is direction dependent.
Okay.
So it is going to be a wooden structure. I started last month, and I'm hoping, God willing, next week or next month I'll finish that.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll
Wow.
bring it to my department. And
We
that's
would like to still get in touch with you on this particular project. There are a lot of young people like you who also have an innovative mind. What advice would you give to them to stay focused on some things, or they can be jacks of all trades?
okay. You can be jack of all trades, but
Uh-huh.
um that's not particularly what I'll advise anyone to venture into. But if you want to be focused in life, you have to have your future in your
Mm,
mind,
mm,
where you want to get to your destination,
mm-hmm,
because you can't have a direction having your speed and time without a
mm,
destination. Where are you going to?
mm-hmm.
So you have to get the destination where you want to go.
I know this is something you've been doing on a daily basis. You've been doing it a lot, talking to youth, talking to young people, motivating them, and all of that. What is your sign out message to the young people who are listening to Daniel right now, Dr. H20? Let's
Yes, please.
satisfy the thirst of young people through your words.
Yes, please. The only thing for you is to have a learning mentality. Be determined
Mm,
and be inspired. Be your own motivator. Don't let others to come and motivate you. And never give up in life. And be focused in life.
mm,
Have the direction.
mm,
And the moment you have the direction,
mm.
speed and time is being determined, or speed and time is dependent on direction. If you have
Wow.
the direction, no matter how long you spend on your way, let people go, let them go. But if you have the direction,
Mm,
speed would, or like you will get speed to overtake them. Yeah. So anyone watching this live, I'll urge, especially the youth, to try their possible best to do something small to support themselves.
mm-hmm,
Try to engage or embrace entrepreneurship. Combine things together. Try to make yourself useful to the world. And so far as AI is concerned, we have the direction nowadays as a youth. You
mm-hmm,
can try your possible best to conduct a research on whatever that you want to do. So
mm-hmm,
the direction I'm talking about now, everyone has the direction.
mm.
As compared to those of 90s and other years, we have the direction.
The world has
So
changed.
far as the direction is here,
Mm.
yes, please, the world has changed. So let's apply the speed we want. Let's
Wow.
apply the speed and try our possible best to get to our future.
In your life, you may not have to mention names, but it could be some broad categories who are really pushing you forward.
Okay, so I have three people.
Okay.
The first person is where I am coming from.
Mm, mm,
The second person is where I am right now.
mm.
And the third person is where I want to get to. So these are the
Wow.
people who keep, yeah, who keep me motivated day in and day out. There are
Mm,
people who always inspire me in life. If
mm,
I want to give up, I will think about where I'm coming from
mm-hmm,
and where I want to get to.
mm-hmm.
And I will get motivated.
Wow.
So I don't particularly have mentors. I do have a mentor, but my mentor is not who I'm looking up to,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because your mentor can even say a word to discourage you, everything that you have established.
At some point.
But these three
Mm-hmm.
people, yes, but these three people, where you are coming from, where you currently are, and where you want to be to in future. Yes, please. So these are the people who keep you motivated.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Daniel. It's been wonderful having this conversation with you, and we will definitely keep in touch with you. It's been so wonderful. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your insights, how you took us through your journey, where it started, the kinds of projects that you are doing, and the challenges that came up, how you were able to overcome those challenges, and your hopes for the future. It's been a wonderful conversation, Daniel. And I hope that this is not going to be the end of the conversation. We will constantly get in touch with you and we
Yes.
are going to work together. Have this in mind. Like your steps, it's not like electricity is monitoring you, but it's like we are actually in this journey with you.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
at any point, feel free. We
Sure,
are we
sure,
are
sure.
ready to collaborate and work with you, Daniel. Dr. H20. That is the name.
Okay.
So to all our viewers, it's been an interesting discussion with Dr. H20. He's your celebrity pure water seller. Did I get the name right?
Yes, please. Exactly. That's the name.
Yeah. And is there anything that you want to tell the public as far as your tour and everything is concerned? You
Yes, please. Thank you very much for this opportunity. As I earlier said, I said if you want to partner,
can. Mm-hmm.
I've been the opportunity is there for you. Come and
Mm-hmm.
join. Let's
Mm,
encourage the young ones. Come
mm,
and join. Let's try our possible best to
mm,
change the mindset of people
mm-hmm.
because I really believe that a mindset is what keep people going. Thank you very
Great.
much. So this is the very important I can say to everyone who is watching me right now.
Yeah, and your social media handles, where they can get in touch with you. Which social media
Okay,
handles and the names on those social media handles.
it's Dr. H2 on all social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. H2 on all social media platforms. So
All
follow
right.
me up there and talk to me right there on the comment section.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Dr.